Greetings and welcome. My name is Andrew Ross. In this video, I will introduce you to the magical world of balloon sculpture and twisting. The video is constructed in 3 sections. In the introduction, I will teach you 10 simple creations, balloon sculptures that can be mastered simply and effectively with minimal practice. Then, having mastered the basics, in part 2 of the video, I will proceed to more difficult intermediate balloon sculptures. I will demonstrate 12 more complicated sculptures with a focus on intermediate to medium capability. Finally, the third part of the video details the construction of more elaborate, complicated sculptures. This section of the video includes the advanced section. In this video, I will be using a 260Q type balloon available from Qualitex and a Faster Blaster 2 pump, which is excellent for pumping up your balloons, makes it easier on you, and teaches the children not to put the balloons in their mouth, which you absolutely don't want to do. The most important aspect of balloon sculpture is to have fun and be creative. All the creations that I will show you in this video can be modified to suit your needs and creative spirit. Whether for business or pleasure, bringing your own artistic skills to the balloon sculpting enhances the experience for all. Thank you very much. This first creation I'm going to show you is the balloon dog. It's the basic creation that we teach each other for the beginning for every balloon sculptor. Basically, put your 260Q balloon on the end of your pump, just like that. Hold it against the pump and pump it. Now on this creation, we'll leave a little bit of room in the end of our balloon. And you're going to hear me say this over and over throughout the video, but it's so important. That's why. You need to relax the balloon a little bit to keep them from popping. It's part of the tricks to balloon sculpting. You release a little bit of air, and you've relaxed the balloon enough for your twisting and sculpture. Tie it off around 2 fingers, back through the middle. And that's a proper tie-off. Never have to tighten it too much, because if you do, again, you're going to pop your balloon. To begin with the dog, we start with the nose of the dog. So we'll start with the end where we tied the balloon. Pick whatever you think should be a good long amount of snout. I use about 4 fingers. Pinch and twist. 1, 2, 3 times. 3 times. And that's the beginning, our dog's nose. Just a simple twist. Now it will come out if you let go. So you want to just kind of brace it with some fingers. Hold it like so. And go on to your next bubble. Now we're going to do the dog's ears, which are much smaller. We pinch and twist 1 ear. Then we bring the balloon back around to the first joint we made. This is so we can make the other ear exactly the same size. Simply grab at the joint. Twist. 1, 2, 3, and there you have it. A basic dog's face, as you can see. Go to the dog's neck, which again, whatever size you think would be nice for the dog. Twist it 3 times, and there's your dog's neck. A dog paw, just a longer bubble behind it, and that's it. Now, for the other matching leg, bring the balloon back to itself again, and we're going to go back to that leg joint. Twist, 1, 2, 3, 3 times locks it. And as you can see, we have the basic front half of our dog completed now. The legs, front legs, neck, and the face. Go back on your balloon anywhere you want. The longer, the more cartoon-like, which is great for sculpture. Pinch and twist again 3 times. And now we create our dog's legs. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Bring the balloon back upon itself, just like I showed you. Twist the joint into place. 1, 2, 3. And there's the rear end of our dog. And there you have it, a basic wiener dog. Just like that, just that simple. Now take your time following this tape when you're twisting the sculptures. and understand that it's going to take you practice before you stop popping them. The next basic balloon sculpture I'm going to show you is the giraffe. Again, we start with our 260 balloon in the end of our pump. Inflate it. And this time we're going to inflate it right about to the end, but not totally. Just like that, just like on the dog. Leaving ourselves room to work with on the balloon. Relax it a little bit. So important. Feel it with your hands. Make sure that the balloon has become much more supple than it just was. So important. Tie it off. You don't have to do it tight, just one knot. Just like that. Hold it together. You don't need to make it tight. Giraffe's nose, just like the dog's nose. Pinch and twist 3 times. Hold it. Now we're going to do the giraffe's eyes. Much smaller than the dog's ears. So we'll make the bubbles smaller this time. Just like that. That's going to be our first eye. Bring the balloon back on itself and twist right where the first joint was. Right there. Connect them. And that way you get a matching set of eyes. Just like that. And there's our giraffe head. And of course the giraffe has a long, long neck. So we give him a long neck. Pinch and twist 3 times and begin on a foreleg. Pinch. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Bring the balloon back upon itself. And you get a matching pair of legs. 1, 2, 3. Now remember, releasing the balloon into position is what's locking it and holding it, even though it's just twisted. So keep that in mind. Go back on your giraffe's body, pinch and twist. You want to make it a short body. And if the back legs of your giraffe are a little longer than the front legs, that's okay. That looks just fine with the giraffe. It's not a problem. Pinch and twist for your rear hind leg. Bring the balloon back to itself and twist right at that joint again. 1, 2, 3. Arrange it how you like it, and there you have it. Basic balloon sculpture giraffe. Just like that. Very simple. Remember, follow the tape. Go nice and slow. Very simple to do. Balloon creation I'm going to show you today is the cat. And basically we start just like all the other creations with the end of our 260Q balloon in our balloon pump. Pump it up a few times. Leave yourself a good amount of room on this one. 4, 5 inches is okay. Relax the balloon, very important to relax and make it soft. Tie the end of your balloon. And we'll begin with our cat's face, which is 3-way. So there's a very special way to do this. We pinch, we twist, we begin with our first length. Then we bring it back along the balloon, and we're going to tie the rest of the balloon to the knot at the beginning of the balloon. 1, 2, 3. Bring your knot through the 2 sections you've just created. Now you have 2 sections. Create a 3rd section. We're going to bring the balloon back upon itself one more time, but this time we're going to take the 2 sections that are already made. We're going to roll them around the remaining balloon. Just like that. See that? And you get a 3-way face, cat face. Then we go to our cat eyes. Make a simple bubble. Make another simple bubble. Just like that. Bring them back onto each other. Twist them together. And there you have it. Your cat face and your cat eyes. Just like that. Cat neck. Right there. And we begin with our foreleg. Bring the balloon back upon itself. And there's the basic front of the kitty, just like that. Not difficult at all. Decide how long you want your body. Doesn't have to be very long. Then begin with your back legs. One, and then two, just like that. Bring them together, right at the joint of the legs. And there you have it, your basic kitty. The girls just love the cat. The next balloon creation I'm going to show you is the balloon pirate sword. And begin with inflating this balloon all the way to the very end. You don't have to leave any room, but you still need to relax the balloon. Very important. So we'll relax it a little bit, just like so. Tie it off, to and through. And on the balloon pirate sword, we're just going to create a loop. That's it. So we take our knot and we simply twist it back into the remaining part of the balloon by wrapping it around once and back and through, and simply let go. And there you have it, a simple loop at the end of your balloon. To make this a pirate sword, simply stick the rest of the balloon back through the loop. And voila, there you have it, a balloon pirate sword. The boys just love this one. The next creation I am going to show you is the balloon hat. Simple balloon hat, very easy. Just take your 260 balloon and inflate it to the top. Just like that. Relax it a little. But you don't have to relax it a super lot on the balloon hat. Tie it off. Now, the next step is very important. You must measure your customer's head, because we don't want to give the customer a balloon headache. And believe me, they're painful. So, that being said, we measure the head of the customer, tie it where it meets the balloon on the other side. Just wrap the knot around, back and through, and there you have it, a balloon loop with some excess. Perfect balloon hat. And to finish the top, I'm simply going to bring over, back through to the bottom, just like that. Twist off a little ball and bring it and wrap it around the very front of the loop. One time. That's all you need to do. And it's now all locked in, and you have a nice balloon hat. And it also won't cause balloon headache. Balloon parrot. Very simple, very nice creature. The little ones really love this one. So we begin with pumping our 260 balloon just a little bit. We leave a lot of tail on this creation. We need lots of room to work. Tie off the top, just like I taught you. And we begin with the bird's beak. So we're going to make it a rather small bubble at the top. Then we're going to do something rather unique. We're going to take the knot and we're going to stretch it down so that we get kind of a beak shape out of the bubble. Then we're going to take that part of the balloon and we're going to wrap it back into the main part of the balloon and through in between the beak and the head, just like that, to tie it off. And that's the basic beginning of our parrot head. We've got the beak here and we've got the head here. Then next we do our parrot's body. Decide whatever length you want to make it is just fine. 1, 2, 3, pinch and twist. Bring the balloon back upon itself and pinch and twist again. Now, just like the cat's face, this is going to be three-way. So we're going to take the rest of the balloon, we're going to bend it into the crease of the other two, and we're going to take the other two balloons and we are going to bend them around the remaining balloon. Just like that. I like to pinch it off a little bit. Makes it easier. I know where I'm twisting into. And then simply wrap the balloons around each other, just like that. So you get a nice bird's chest and bird's wings. Just like that. Very simple. Then we go to our bird's feet, small bubble, pinch and twist. Another foot, small bubble, pinch and twist, just like that. Bring the two ends of the bubbles together and twist them in place. And there you have it. Your parrot's feet, your parrot's beak, your parrot's head, body and wings. And let's not forget the tail. To finish it off, twist and squeeze the air into the end of your balloon. Just like that. And you get a nice parrot's tail. You can even bring some of the air back and forth, so you can make it varying lengths, whatever way you want to do it. Just like that. Very simple. The parrot. And you can also put it right on your finger and have it sit like a real bird. Kids just love that. I'm going to show you the parrot with a long tail, and basically it's the parrot creation with two balloons added to it for an elaborate tail. How we're going to accomplish this, we're simply going to take our two long balloons, 260 Qs, inflate them all the way to the top, and you're going to take them and you're going to twist them together. Just like that. And from here, you take them and retwist them. Hold one, wrap the other one. Alternate your balloons as you go down. Very simple. Just like this. We get a nice pretty parrot's tail. When you reach the end, twist like you did at the other. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. Just like that. Take your parrot, previously made, and simply attach these two balls up towards where the parrot's feet are, but along the tail. Twist it in place and stuff the remainder of the tail pretty much anywhere you want to. And you get your parrot with the pretty long tail, just like that. Very simple. Okay, next I'm going to show you the balloon Tulip. Basically take your 260Q, pump in a small amount of air. You'll only need about 2 inches of air inside of your balloon. So go ahead and release it down, get it down to a small bubble, just like that. Tie it off. And the trick of this balloon is we're going to have 3 fingers at the back here where the hole to the rest of the balloon is. And we're going to put 1 finger at the top, index finger preferably, and we're going to push our knot all the way through the balloon. Just like that. We're going to grab it with the fingers on the other side. We're going to pull it back out carefully. And you twist it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 or 8 times. It's just great. And there you have it. A balloon tulip. Just like that. Very simple. So important for other creations as well. And the best part about this one is you can put it in the arms of rabbits, teddy bears, even cats, and the girls just love it. Next, I'm going to show you the balloon snake. I make mine a little different from other balloon artists, so if you come up with a better way, feel free to use it, but this is a pretty good way I've found. First, I start with inflating my balloon almost to the end, but then I leave a little room on it. Make sure to relax it a little bit. Tie it off. And then we start with the snake's head. So what I do here is I use the tulip tie and I press in the top, grab the knot with my outside hand from the tip of my finger and pull my finger out as carefully as I can so I don't pop the balloon. Twist it about 5 or 6 times. And that's the beginning of our snake. We got our balloon head, balloon mouth. Then coil the snake. Just put it into a spring shape. Twist it hard, and then squeeze it a little. This stretches out the balloon to have it stay in place. And there you have it, your balloon snake. You can even take a magic marker and put on a couple of eyes. And there you have it, just like that. Playing for you. Again, begin with your 260 cube balloon. Pump it up, but leave yourself plenty of room on this creation. About 4 inches should do. Make sure to relax the balloon. Tie it off. And now we're going to start again with the tulip tie. We're going to press in the top of it, grab from the outside, extract our index finger, twist it about 8 times or so, and we have the engine compartment of our airplane. Next come the wings. We're just going to take the length of our balloon and we're going to fold it in half, twist it back upon itself until we get something that looks like that. Do the same to the other side. And there is your basic shape of your balloon airplane. Just like that. Finish it off. Go to the rear of it. And we make the balloon tail. Just one small bubble, followed by another small bubble. Bring the 2 bubbles together. Leave the 3rd long one on top for your rudder. And there you have it, your balloon airplane. Also works great when you attach another balloon underneath it at the point of the engine to fly it around the room. The next balloon I'm going to show you is the balloon UFO. It is my personal trademark and my personal development. Begin with inflating your balloon. Leave about that much room on the end. It's up to you. You can leave, actually on this one, a lot or a little. It really doesn't matter. Relax your balloon a little bit. Very important. Tie it off. And with this balloon, we're going to start off just like we were with the cat. We're going to do one section, bring it back into the balloon, twist it into the balloon again, and then we're going to bring the whole rest of the balloon down upon the 2 sections we made. And we're going to roll the 2 sections around the section we just measured. And that's going to be the middle of our UFO. Next, we'll wrap the balloon in a circular fashion around the outside, the widest part of the 3-part structure we just made. Just like that. Pop it back out, and we're going to twist it all together, just like that. Reinsert the middle section of your UFO, like that. Small bubble. This is to create an elbow joint for the antenna of the UFO. So we take it and we twist the 1 bubble ends together. We twist both those ends together and you get a structure like that. It looks just like that. When you take the 1 bubble and you tie both of its ends together, it looks like a beam. And that's our UFO antenna. Finish it off, give it that George Jetson look. We'll just squeeze some air into the top, just like that. And voila, our UFO balloon, just like that. Very simple. Next balloon we're going to do for you is a balloon horse. Very simple. Simply inflate your balloon, but not all the way to the end. Relax it a little bit. Tie it off. And we begin with our balloon nose for the horse, which actually can be a little longer, not too long. There we go. Do our horse's eye. And we match up, bring the balloon back upon itself to that first joint you made, and wrap it again. And there you have it. Just looks like the dog's face, just the same. Do the foreleg, pinch and twist for the neck, pinch and twist whatever length you want for the foreleg. Bring the balloon back upon itself again, twist into the joint that you made, and there you have the front half of your horse, just like that. Very simple. Decide how long you want your body to be. Pinch, twist, pinch, twist, 3 times. It's plenty. Bring the balloon back upon itself. Do you see how I did that? I bring the balloon back upon itself to that first joint, just like that. And I'm just going to reach across, pinch, pull down, and twist. Just like that. Very simple. Balloon horse. You can even put in a little bob on its tail. The girls love it. Just like that. Welcome to the second section of this video. This is the more intermediate section of the video. This is where we go into a little more elaborate creations. However, I'm fairly confident that if you keep practicing in front of the TV, follow my hands, you'll grab these creations just as easy as the first section. The first one I'd like to do for you in this section is the giant flower creation, but that shouldn't at all scare you. And we're going to start again with our 260Q balloon at the end of our balloon pump. And we're going to start with a pink one, and we're going to start with the blossom. To begin our blossom, we're going to fill up our balloon to about there. Just about an inch to the end. Remember to relax. Very important to make it soft and supple for your balloon twisting. Tie it off, and then we begin. I like petals, to start with petals. So I start with bringing a piece of the balloon back upon itself, tying the end of the balloon, just like that. Then take your next section, fold it in on itself. Try to get matching sides, but if it's not exact, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Twist the middle of the balloon into the remainder of the balloon. Just like that. Just the same process, no different. I'm going to do it one last time for the end. Meet it back in the middle. Feed the end of the balloon through the others. Very simple. Pull back a little bit and twist. 1, 2, 3. And there you have it. Little blossom for your flower. Now, to continue this creation, we add a stem. Blow up our stem. You can go all the way to the end. Make sure to release a little. And we simply stretch the end of the balloon we just tied through the middle of the flower. And that's it. Just like that. Add a couple leaves, again, just like the flower blossom. We're bringing together and we're pinching off and twisting, just like that. Stretch, pinch off, twist, and there you have it. Your giant Jurassic flower. Next, I'm going to show you how to do the hat's twisty, as I call it. And it's a second class of hat. It's a little more complicated than the first one. It takes 3 balloons. And this is how it goes. Inflate your balloon. This will be your bottom piece or your foundation to the hat. Relax it a little bit. Measure your customer's head, of course, whatever size that may be. and that is where the customer's head will go. Just a simple L-shaped twist or bean twist, as I showed you before. A bubble with the ends tied together. Bring the top part of your hat down. And there you have your basic hat, which you already know. So, from here, to make our hat a little more elaborate, we'll add a couple colors to it in a very certain way. Blow up 2 balloons besides the hat all the way to the end. Relax them. Tie them off. And begin with them together just like this. Squeeze at the head. And begin our twisting again, just like the parrot's tail. No different. And then simply attach it to any part on the hat. You can attach it to the front and bend it to the back, as in this example. Or you can even just attach it as is straight to the top of it. To attach it at any point, you do it the same way. Grab your bubbles from the opposite side. Take that point right there. Take that point and stretch it around the balloon. Bring the 2 bubbles back through, and it's locked in place. And there you have it, your twisty hat. Completely fun, very tall balloon creation I'm going to create for you to learn is the balloon rabbit. It's very simple to do. Just follow along with me. First, we'll blow up our 260Q balloon and leave a good amount of room on it, 4.5 inches. Be sure to relax your balloon well. Very important on this creation that is almost extra relaxed, very supple, because we're going to have a lot of twists in the rabbit. Close your balloon to and through, and now we begin. We begin with the bunny's first ear. Make it as long as you like. Twist 3 times. Bring the balloon back to meet itself again. Take the knot, wrap it around, and through the bunny's ears. And there we have bunny's ears. Do a little tiny balloon head, little tiny bubble for the head because we're going to make cheeks on this rabbit. So we need to back fold the balloon just like that at a very small way, not any more than an inch. And bring it back together, just like that. So you wind up with something that looks like this. Do it again. These are going to be the cheeks on our rabbit. Just like that. So it looks just like that. Now we need one more part for the face, and that's going to be our rabbit's nose. So we're going to do the bend back fold one more time. And then you should wind up, after twisting the balloons a little bit, you should wind up with something that looks like this. 2 cheeks and the rabbit's nose, just like that. Very cute. Little neck. And for the arms, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to bring it back and we're going to tie it with itself right there. 1, 2, 3. So we got the balloon, we got the rabbit's face, nose, cheeks, forearms, little bunny body, long back legs, with just enough room left for the bunny tail. When we bring these back together, They meet just where we want them to. And we twist these two parts together, leaving a little bunny tail, little bunny hind legs, and there you have it. Your balloon bunny. And the girls just love this. Now if you take your balloon tulip that I taught you and you put it in the bunny's arms, the girls love that even more. Next we're going to show you the balloon teddy bear and with the balloon tulip flower in its paws as well. And again, you start with the 260Q, pump it up, and just like the rabbit, we leave a lot of room on this one on the end of it because we're going to be doing a lot of twisting and tying. Relax the balloon, let some air out of it. You need to make it nice, soft, and supple for what you're going to be doing. To and through, tie it, nice and easy. And with the bear, we're going to start with the nose. So you just like to measure it off, 1, 2, 3. That's going to be the bear's nose. From there, we're going to go to the bear's cheek. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to wind up with something like that. Next, we're going to do the bear's ear. So we're going to make it a very small, much smaller bubble than the other two, just like that. And to help mark where we are as we go along with the teddy bear, I like to twist the ear into place. Simply take that small bubble that you created, lift slightly, and twist 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And you get that bean shape again, a good locking bubble. And it's going to work great as an ear as well. We go into the forehead. We want to make it rather long for our bear. And then go ahead and we twist on one more bubble again for another ear for our bear. And then lock it in place again. 1, 2, 3. And there you have the basic shape of your teddy bear's head coming along. It should look something like this as you're coming along. I know it's a little more difficult, but keep practicing this one. Now, to complete the bear's head, we're going to continue. I'm going to bring the cheek joint over to the rest of the balloon, twist it together 3 times, and you're going to wind up with a structure just like that. Take your nose bubble, twist it in half again. Makes it easier to stick it back through the head, just like this. And while you're sticking it back through the head, you need to spread the bubbles you've already made with your other hand. You need to create as less friction as possible for this balloon going through the other 3. Just like that. You lock it in, and we have a bear's head. Twist your ears into place, just like that. Go to the bear's neck, a small bubble, so we pinch and twist. 1, 2, 3. Bear's arms. I like to make them together and closed just like that. 1, 2, 3. So he can hold a balloon flower. Bear's body. 1, 2, 3. A bear hind leg. Just like that. And bring the balloon back to meet back with the other hind legs, so you can have matching hind legs. And you got a little bear tail, which you can even bob if you've left yourself enough room. Just like that. Take your Sharpie pen, draw on the eyes as you see fit as an artist. And now we're going to add a balloon flower to it. Very simple to do. As I showed you earlier, for the balloon tulip, just one little pump, just a little bit of air, close it, index finger, 3 fingers behind, twist it into place. Now on this one, I got a little air behind my twisty. And that's okay. It just helps make your flower look a little better. No problem. Just let that air go right through it. If it happens to you, it just adds to the artistic balance of the piece. And there you have it. Your little balloon teddy bear is giving you a balloon tulip. And it's really a lot like the dog I showed you earlier. However, it's just got a lot more little bubbles. That's it. Blow up your balloon so you have about 2 to 3 inches of room on the end. You can even have more. Go ahead and soften your balloon up, release a little air. Tie it. And we're going to begin with our poodle's nose. 1, 2, 3. And for the poodle's eyes, instead of 2 bubbles, we're going to put 3 bubbles to symbolize the poodle's hairdo. So we're going to go 1, just like that. So you have something that looks like that. We're going to go 2, pinch and twist 3 times. Try to make it about the same size. But it's not important if you don't. 1, 2, 3 again, and you wind up with something like that. Bring the 2 ends of your bubbles together, 1, 2, 3, and you got your poodle's eyes and hairdo. Little poodle neck, 1, 2, 3, foreleg, 1, 2, 3, and then a paw on this one. So we add just a little smaller bubble, 1, 2, 3, and then we add another paw right next to it. 1, 2, 3. Bring the whole balloon back to itself. Get your legs even. Bring them together at the joint you previously made for the beginning of the foreleg. Twist 3 times, and it locks into place rather nicely, and you have something like that. Basically, it's just the same from here on out. 1, 2, 3 on the body of the dog. Rear hind leg. 1, 2, 3. Then 2 paws. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Bring your legs together. Measure them, match them. 1, 2, 3, and there you have it. You're a balloon poodle. Now if you leave even a little bit more room than I did, you can again bob the tail like I showed you on the teddy bear. And the children just love that. Balloon poodle. Okay, the next balloon creation I'm going to be showing you today is the balloon elephant. Again, 260Q at the end of your pump. You want to leave a lot of extra room on this one, and you want to also make it pretty soft and supple, so release a good amount of air and really relax the balloon for this one. To and through, tie it off. And on this one we're going to begin with our elephant's trunk. Index finger at the end of your balloon, push the knot in all the way to the base of your finger. Grab it with your other hand and back out your finger without popping it. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be our elephant's trunk. Try and get a little curve in it if you can. You're not going to be able to do it right away, but you'll get the feel of it as you go. Then we go to our elephant ear. Just a small fold over. The balloon's back to itself. 1, 2, 3. We pull and we stretch as we do that to keep the friction minimal. Do the same exact thing on the other side of the balloon. 1, 2, 3. And you get yourself a little elephant's head, just like that. A little elephant neck. 1, 2, 3. Elephant foreleg. Another foreleg. 3, and it locks all into place. so that you have something that looks like that. Very easy to do. And our elephant body. 1, 2, 3. Elephant hind leg. 1, 2, 3. Matching hind leg. 1, 2, 3. And a little bit remaining for our elephant's head. And there you have it. Your balloon elephant. I'm going to show you the balloon coconut tree. And it goes something like this. We're going to begin with a green one for our top and move into a brown one for the trunk. Go ahead and fill it pretty much towards the end, but give it a good relax. As always, you need to relax the balloon to actually begin the twisting and folding process. To and through, tie it, and just begin with a palm frond. Any length will do. Bring the balloon back upon itself. Wrap the knot around and through, and you wind up with something like that. Just a little frond loop. Go for a varying size frond because this is a coconut tree. So make it a shorter frond for another one and a longer one for another one. Just like it's growing. You wind up with something like this, just like that. Very simple, very easy. Kind of like the flower blossom, but varying sizes for the fronds. Next we put in our trunk. Simply take your brown balloon, fill it all the way to the end, just like that. Still relax it, but you don't need to relax it that much. You want it to remain kind of stiff. To and through, tie it. And then we're going to simply just join our trunk to the top of our tree by simply grasping the palm head on one side, the trunk on the other, and stretching the end of the knot in the balloon for the trunk. Stretch it right through the middle of the creation, just like that. And it holds on nicely. And you get a nice little palm tree effect, just like that. Very easy, simple to do. And that's your palm tree. Next we're going to do the balloon snail. Start with your 260Q balloon, pump it up. Leave yourself a little bit of room. Relax it pretty good. Not too much, but I guess a medium relaxation on this one. You'll get to know the feel of it too as you go along. To and through, your tie of course. And we're going to start with the animal's stock head, I guess as you would call it, that comes out of his shell. So we want to kind of picture the headstock of the snail. 1, 2, 3, that's why we make it a little longer. And then we get a little tricky here. We're going to make a little loop. And this is going to be a brace for our snail's shell. So give yourself a good loop out of the balloon. Bring it back to itself. Just like that, so you have a little bit of room. And tie it 1, 2, 3. So you wind up with a structure just like that. And we're going to take the long end and we're going to curl it into place, right into that loop we just made. Just like that. And there you can see our snail shell. Just like that. Very easy. And next, to finish off our snail, we're going to take a little bit of red and we're going to make the eye stalks on top of the headstock of the snail. Just a little pump, just about 2 inches worth of air, not a lot. Relax a little, to and through. And now we have to move this bubble into the center of our balloon before we continue with it. So we're going to squeeze it down like a cow udder, like milking a cow. And we move that air bubble right into the center of our balloon, just like that. Twist it in half again, right in the middle. Grab it and pinch it and twist it 3 times. So you wind up with a structure just like this. I like to squeeze just one more bubble at the end of the headstock and simply wrap the middle of the 2 balloons through the stock, through the headstock, just like that. And you wind up with a structure just like that. And there. Next, I'm going to show you the balloon mouse. It's a little more difficult of a creation in that it's using a lot less air in the same amount of balloon. But once you get a feel for it, I think you'll understand that it is, with practice, just as easy as the rest. However, in the beginning, you're going to find it more difficult than what I've shown you. To begin with, we're going to give just about that much air. Long tail on it. And we're going to soften it from here. Relax it, relax it. Tie it off. And we're going to begin with a mouse nose, which can be rather long or short, whichever you think. And we're going to go into a mouse ear. Just one bubble. And just like on the teddy bear, we're going to bring the 2 ends of the bubble together, pull slightly, and twist 3 times. Just like that, you get that bean shape. And that's going to be one mouse ear. We're going to do another one right next to that. And we wind up with a mouse's head that looks something like that. 2 mouse's ears, mouse's nose. And we got the rest is going to be the body and the feet. We'll measure out a small body, because it's just a mouse. 1, 2, 3. And then small bubbles for the feet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just like that. Bring the end of your balloon and tie it off to the rear of the legs, so that you wind up with a set of 4 balloons, just like that, at the bottom of our mouse's body. Make sure that the future tail of our mouse is sticking forward at this point, as you have to wrap these legs back up to over its back, and we're going to match the bottom joint of our mouse ears with the mid joint of our forelegs. And we're going to wrap the other right around the main body of our mouse, just like that. And that's how we wind up with our little mouse feet and our mouse tail, just like that. And the children just love this one. Also, it can be worn, as you can wrap the tail around the child's wrist and back up to the head and wear it as a piece of balloon jewelry. The balloon mouse. Candy cane, great for around Christmas, of course, and New Year's. And we just begin with inflating all the way to the end. 1 white balloon. And 1 red or fuchsia balloon. For the traditional colors, you can also do a white and green. Fill it all the way to the end. Bring your balloons together as evenly as you can right where you've tied them off. Begin with squeezing the 2 heads together. 2 bubbles, 1, 2, 3, and they lock the 2 balloons together, just like that. From here, we're going to twist them. So you want to wrap and using the balloons to grab each other for maximum amount of friction. you just simply twist the balloons into place. You can use a tight twist, you can use a loose twist, doesn't really matter as long as you get the basic idea of the twist going. All the way to the end of the balloon. Again, squeeze, bring them together, twist them in place, and there you go. Basic straight candy cane. If you want to go ahead and give it a hook, bend where you see the balloons naturally bending already. You can do this just by simply, as I am, twisting my hands a little bit. And if it's still not enough curve for you, bend them just like that. Give them a little pressure behind them. Rub them on a pant leg or your shirt, whichever, just so you give them a little bit of heat. This friction stretches the tops of the balloons, just barely enough so that your hook will actually stay. And there you have your balloon candy cane.